Hi.
Happy April.
Happy April.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about solar today. We've had
It's come up quite a bit.
it come up quite a bit lately, and we get a lot of questions about it from our clients and friends. And so we're just going to talk to you about how it impacts the real estate transaction. We don't care how you feel about solar, if you want it or not. We just need to know if you have it.
Yeah, because sometimes we don't even see it on the roofs. Like if we're just walking around, and if it's somewhere, sometimes they're hidden.
Some of those companies just have those little tiles, and you don't even know.
You don't know it
where they are. So people feel differently about solar when it comes to the environmental impact. There's pros and cons because of the batteries, and when it comes to your bills being lower. I mean, there's a lot of opinions.
It does make a difference on your billing.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about that. But what we're talking to you about is the transfer of the solar. So if it's purchased, it's a different process. And if they're still paying on it, it's a different process. And every single solar company has a different process, which is what we have found out, that it's a challenge. So what we will ask you when we come to list your house is, do you have solar? And if the answer is yes, then we need to know right then and there who it is and how we contact to get that transfer, because it can take a long time.
And if it is, if you own it outright and it can be transferred, that's one thing. If you have a loan on it, that's a completely other thing, because the person buying your house, your solar is attached to your house, so it has to be conveyed with your house, and you have to take over that lease. And so, for example, we have a client right now, a buyer, and it's a $45,000 solar bill, which is almost $200 a month. That impacts their debt to income ratio to where they could no longer afford that house. So that having a solar that's not paid off can
be
change your buyer pool.
Yeah, it certainly can. We also had a situation where with the solar company, the clients were it was well within their means to be able to pay the $35 or whatever it was a month.
It was ridiculous.
And the solar company, because they couldn't talk to anybody, right? They couldn't get a person.
It was all automated. They tried everything. They couldn't get an actual person on the phone to explain that this house debt would be paid off to buy this next house. They wouldn't qualify.
So they saw that their debt was too high with both the houses, and they didn't realize that the other one was going to be paid off. So they just denied it. And so they couldn't get the house because of the solar company, which that's the first time we've ever heard that. It's always so fun to hear what we're going to hear today.
We learn something new every day, and it's almost 12 years for me. And how many for you?
28.
28. So we get to learn a lot.
But we get through it, and that's our job. Our job is to find out what we need to do, and we get it done. So please call us if you're looking to list your house, solar or no solar. We'll take either one.
And also, please, if you're thinking about solar and thinking about moving in the next 5 years, let's have a serious conversation if that makes the most sense for you.
Well, yeah, whether you buy it outright, you don't have a loan on it, or you're going to pay on it. So we can certainly talk you through it.
Yes. Happy spring.